Dopamine, a neurotransmitter in the brain's reward system that aids in feelings of pleasure, has been detected in high concentrations in the brains of people who are deeply in love by researchers who have conducted brain scans. It's common to hear people describe love as joyful, devastating, or even heart-wrenching. However, the question is, what does that have to do with your brain? Well, stick to the end to know the answer. Hello, welcome to Know What? Today, I'll be explaining how love affects your brain. Without further ado, let's get started. From the initial spark to the last tear, a symphony of neurochemicals and brain systems orchestrates the process. The reward circuit chemicals flood our brains as we fall in love, causing a variety of physical and emotional reactions, including racing hearts, sweaty hands, heated cheeks, emotions of desire, and anxiety. During the earliest stages of passionate love, levels of the stress hormone cortisol rise, mobilizing our bodies to handle the impending crisis. Serotonin levels drop as cortisol levels rise because serotonin levels are lowered. Low serotonin levels causes obsessive-impulsive behaviors that are connected to infatuation, which Schwartz calls the intrusive, maddeningly preoccupying thoughts, hopes, and terrors of early love. You can find yourself thinking about someone a lot and wanting to get out with them more and more as you start to fall in love. Infatuation or ardent love are terms used by psychologists to describe this initial stage of love. When it comes to the brain, your new connection may feel practically intoxicating, and that is not far from the truth. The ventral tegmental region is more active in people who are in love. The VTA is the brain's center for motivation and reward processing, and it activates when you eat something sweet, drink something to quench your thirst, or, in extreme situations, consume illegal narcotics. Dopamine, a feel-good neurotransmitter, is released during activation, which teaches your brain to repeat actions in anticipation of getting the same initial reward. Love is not simply euphoric, but it also attracts you toward your new spouse due to the increased VTA activity. Dopamine turns on the reward circuit, which contributes to the euphoria that comes from using cocaine or alcohol by making love an enjoyable experience. Numerous studies, like one from the University of California, San Francisco, that was published in Science in 2012, provide scientific proof of this resemblance. According to that study, male fruit flies who were rejected sexually drank 4 times as much alcohol as those who mated with female flies. It could be challenging to detect any flaws in your brand new ideal mate at this early stage. The effect of love on higher cortical brain regions is what causes this haze. The prefrontal cortex, the brain's cognitive center, had less activity in some people who are just starting to fall in love. It seems sensible that we tend to see new connections through rose-colored glasses because activation of this region enables us to pass judgment and participate in critical analysis. This initial stage of love, which can be a whirlwind of emotions and mental activity, usually lasts only a few months before the more persistent stage of love, known as an attachment or compassionate love. You might feel more at ease and devoted to your mate as the two of you get to know one another, largely because of the chemicals vasopressin and oxytocin. They are known as pair bonding hormones, and they represent attachment, social support, and trust. Since these hormones also strengthen relationships within families and friendships, romantic love is similar to these other types of love. Furthermore, spending time with a loved one may be extremely relaxing, since oxytocin can prevent the release of stress hormones. Early love's ability to suspend judgment can eventually give way to a more sincere understanding and closer bond. On the other hand, as your rose-tinted glasses start to lose their tint, issues in your relationship might start to stand up more. We may put the mental anguish that comes with heartbreak on the brain, regardless of the reason a relationship ends. The insular cortex, which processes physical pain like an ankle injury and social pain like rejection feelings, is activated by the sadness of a breakup. As the days go by, you can start to yearn for or daydream about your lost companion once more. Reaching out may feel like an overpowering need, similar to being hungry or thirsty. Heartbroken people have higher activity in the VTA. the incentive and reward center that fuels feelings of longing during the early stages of a relationship when they see pictures of a previous spouse. The stress axis in your body is probably also activated by this emotional maelstrom, leaving you disturbed and restless. Higher cortical areas, which regulate cognition and impulse control, can put the brakes on this distress and craving signaling over time. It makes sense that the first time a person experiences heartbreak would feel especially agonizing because these regions are still developing and forming connections during adolescence. Exercise, hanging out with your friends, or even listening to your favorite music might help you control this breakup stress reaction and produce the feel-good neurotransmitter dopamine at the same time. And most people can recover and grow from even the most catastrophic grief given enough time and encouragement. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and now you know how love affects the brain. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to see more. Until next time, thanks for watching.